So this year, it's been an insane swarming season, and we've been catching swarms left and right. So we decided we're going to take a couple hours tonight and throw together some scrap wood swarm traps. So this is the lumber that we're going to be using. It's just scraps I dug out of the dumpster at work. As you can tell, it has some character to it, but it's perfect for what we're using it for because it's going to be in a swarm trap. We have measured out all of our lengths so that we can jigsaw pieces together. Again, it's scrap, so it's all sorts of lengths. And yeah, it's a pretty straightforward process, and we'll show you from here. that's how we make our swarm traps. It's a fairly straightforward process. It took us an hour and a half to knock together 5 of these things, so it's pretty easy, pretty quick. It would have taken longer if we had painted them, but we're just trying to get these things up in the trees. We might wind up disassembling them and painting them this winter, but we'll see how they hold up these next couple months. So you might notice that the boxes are deeper than a standard deep, and that's because we don't bother ripping them down. It's quicker that way, and also it gets you a little more space. It gets you up right up around 40 liters, which is the upper limit of what bees like. The reason we do that is because a large box like this can catch both small swarms and big swarms, whereas a smaller box can only catch small swarms. If a big swarm tries to move in, they'll fill it up and abscond again. But with a box this size, you know they're going to stay. So the hole here is 1.5 inches in diameter. That seems to be what bees like. We have a nail in here to keep the birds out because this is not a birdhouse. You might have noticed this. I'm not sure if we're going to put any subtitles in the video or not, but this is just a quick little notch out so that you can put this up against a tree. We usually go about head level, and then throw a ratchet strap around the tree and just run the strap through this crack. That way the weight of the box is being supported. There's no way of the strap slipping off the top of the 2x4. This double bubble insulation here, it's basically a crush layer. You can probably use anything in there. We're not even sure if it's necessary, but we like it because it lets you have the tight tolerances here. Because it lets you be a little more lenient with your boxes, and there won't be a gap on the top because this plastic or whatever you put in here will crush and fill the gaps. They're rough and they're not very nice looking, but you're not making furniture, you're making swarm traps. As long as it's the right size and it's fairly weather tight, the bees aren't going to be upset about it and they'll move right in. We've had significant amount of success with these. What we'll usually do is foundationless, because if you throw foundation in there, their bees don't view foundation as something to use and they don't like the boxes. What we'll do is we'll put 1 or 2 frames of stinky old brood comb in there to bait the bees in, and then foundations the rest of the way. It works really nice. We like boxes of this style rather than going with frameless, because what we can do is if a swarm's in a tree, we can just walk up to it in the evening after all the foragers are in, slap a screen over the entrance, staple it in place, and move it to wherever we need it, and set the hive up exactly where we're going to have the beehive, and then walk away from it. Come back 3 days later, pop the screen off, and let the box sit. And the bees can stay in here for however long you want them to, because the frames are in here, they're going to draw in the frames, and then whenever you have your equipment ready, you can just come back and transfer your frames over into your actual hive and set the hive up where the swarm trap had been. It's a really straightforward system. We quite like it, and it works very well. And hopefully if you decide to copy us, it works great for you as well.